What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, and yes, I'm rocking that Lizzie Borden cap. A little rainy day today, so I figure keep my head nice and toasty. So, guys, I know I'm in the car, so it's kind of hard to tell you I'm doing a steak video while I'm in the car, but I'm going to get it started right now. I'm doing not gourmet steak. I'm doing what's considered, like, if you took one step beyond gourmet, like ultra gourmet steak. This is going to be, if you do this, you will find to be some of, or the single best steak you would ever dream of having. What I did is I started with 4 big pieces of USDA Prime. It's gotta be Prime, guys. Don't get the cheap stuff if you're gonna do this. It'll work with cheaper stuff, but ooh, man, you want some Prime. So it's USDA Prime loin, which is filet mignon, right? So it's, you know, they're like 2 to 2.5 inches thick, and they're, you know, boop, but not medallion size, but bigger. And what I did is last night I cured them. You can use kosher salt, which is the most common salt to use on steak. Kosher salt, you sprinkle it on. What I did is a mix of Himalayan pink sea salt, garlic, and pepper. It's a ground spice that you hand grind, that you can find almost anywhere. And what happens is you do the entire steak. Don't just do the top and the bottom. Hit the sides. You can do this with New York strips. You can do this with ribeyes. And the thicker, you know, you want a good thick steak, it's going to be better. But you can use a thinner steak. You just got to remember that the salt is going to absorb into the meat. So the thinner the steak, the more salty it's going to be in the middle. And it's going to take away the flavor of the actual beef. So what you do is you get a rack, right? So you take your what do you call it? Cookie sheet, baking pan, whatever you have, and then you put a wire rack on top of that. And you want the air to be able to hit all sides of the beef, and this is why we do the rack. So you are going to salt or season whatever you want, as long as there's some kind of salt, because you need an absorbent spice. So you're going to put that on your steak, put it all around, flip it around, do it everywhere. And you are going to place your steaks on the rack. Once they are on the rack, you are going to take that rack and stick it in the fridge. Now, I've seen people do a reverse sear steak on a 1 minute. You know what I mean? I've seen them do it 1 hour outside. But we are doing a literal 24-hour sear steak. So I put these steaks in the fridge, yesterday, about 24 hours ago. And so now what I did is I had to run out, and I took my steaks and I put them on the counter, because you want to put them in the oven at room temperature. And I'm going to pause. I'll be home and I'll show you what comes next. Hold on. All right, so here we are in the kitchen. I told you we had to bring these steaks to room temperature. First thing I want you to notice is how dark they are. Look how dark these steaks are from sitting open air, just like this. This is how they were in the fridge, right? Uncovered for, it's been now more than 24 hours. We're closer to 26 hours. And it's not hard, but it's nice and spongy, right? You can see how thick this guy is right here. Ooh, look at how thick this steak is. Man, that is some beautiful Prime USDA Filet Mignon. Look at these steaks. These are awesome. So what I have behind me is an oven at 250. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these in because they're so thick, I'll do it for about 40 to 45 minutes. A thinner steak you can do for 30 to 35, depending on the size. What that's going to do, it's going to give it a proper internal cooking temperature of, between 120, 130. And all that absorbed salt is going to be great. Now, what you see on here, you don't see the salt, but you can see pepper and you can see garlic. And the good thing is, both of those have very, very strong flavors that absorb into the meat. While the salt absorbs physically into the meat, the flavor of these are going to absorb into the meat. So the combination of flavors that's going to come off of these is going to be just remarkable. So once these are in here for about 40 to 45, I'll check them, make sure all is good. I will take them out of the oven and I will let them rest for a moment, because you want to let your steaks rest. Remember, meat can tense up. It's like if I flex, my arm, my muscle gets tense, right? As soon as I stop, because once that heat happens, it's going to do that. The meat is going to tense. So I'm going to let it rest a bit, not too long, just a bit. And then I'm going to take a frying pan, very, very hot. I'll probably you can use oil or butter. I might use a little butter because it just adds some softening and some flavor. And then I will do about 45 seconds. That's it on each side, because these will be fully cooked already on the inside. What I want to do is sear them afterwards. And that's why it's a reverse sear, because you're not searing an uncooked steak. You're searing a fully cooked steak. And this is where your very, very high-end steak makers, like the world's best steak makers, when you go, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a reverse sear that is going to be just amazing. So, room temperature steaks, uncovered, just like this, room temperature, and I will see those again in 40 to 45 minutes, and I will see you again at the same time. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes. They're still in there. I'm going to pull them out.
By geography, anyways. Okay. I'll tell them a couple hours then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look at how dark these are. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I got to bring you guys up. Got to bring you guys up near the window, get some better light.
All right, sounds good.
Look at these steaks. Holy Moses. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test cut just one of them, just to see the middle, to make sure it's where I want it before I turn off the oven. We're going to just pop it open and see what we got inside. Hey! So let's do that. That's what combat troodons are made for. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah. I might even give it another minute. Wow, look at this color, man. I might even give it another minute. Hello. Look at how even the cook is. You know how normally you get pink to purple? Look at how even this cook is. Ooh-wee. And that is so soft on the inside. Being filet mignon, it is perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to put it in for 2 minutes. Just 2 more minutes. Oh, still attached. I'm still attached over there. So, 2 more minutes. Hold on. Okay, so in these final couple minutes that's in there, what I'm doing is I'm taking my frying pan, and as you can see, the heat is on high. I'm getting this super, super hot. And instead of using oil, I'm going to use some Smart Balance. I'm going to put a bunch of that in there, but I'm not going to put it in until just before I throw the steaks in, because I want to make sure that the butter's still in there, and I don't want to cool off the pan any. So here we go. I got something going on in the microwave, and the steaks are about there. So I just want to make sure that's hot. I mean, this needs to be hot. You want that like hot. And I can see the smoke coming off the dry pan. That's a good indication that my pan is hot. So I'm going to take some Smart Balance. Probably going to get some smoke from the Smart Balance. Let's turn off the oven. Those should be, let me see, I might have to turn back on the oven if they're not 100% what I want yet. No, they're good. They're good. They should be good. I'm going for like a medium rare, so it's want to be pink but not overly pink. There can't be any purple, you know? You don't want to overcook a filet mignon because then it dries out, so it has to be just right. Butter is in the pan, so now I'm just going to put, oh yeah, I just took that out of the oven and I grabbed it. So let's put these up here. Oh, I didn't let them rest a little, but it's okay, they'll be fine. All right, so about 45 seconds to a minute on each side to sear. And I'll get back to it, hold on. All right, just to give you an idea what we're looking at, look at the top crust. That's exactly what you want. Look at the center of this meat. That's the one that's been opened already. Holy mackerel, that crust is gonna be so nice and crispy on the edge, but the center is gonna be soft and amazing. All right, hold on. Oh my goodness. All right, so here, check these steaks out. Filet mignon with some whipped potato. So now what we need to do is check the crust. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little combat Troodon action here. And oh, I don't even need to put a fork in it to cut it because it's so soft. What we want to see is that crust separated from the, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the inside of this steak. Holy mackerel. All right, so now comes the big test. The big test was supposed to happen, but I accidentally stopped you guys. I stopped you from watching. All right, so try to cut it so you could see. Man. Man, oh man, man, man. This is the test. Oh. Wow. Oh my God, steak so good it'll make you cry. Oh my goodness. Just get more into the middle. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. Oh my God. Oh. That is balls out amazing. If you guys want to make an amazing steak, oh my God, that steak is amazing. All right, well, I have 2 giant hunks of filet mignon to get through. I'm gonna go, guys. Oh my God, I can't. The flavor, oh, that beef, I gotta call. This beef, oh my God, the salt that absorbs into it, and doing it on the reverse sear, what happens is the natural flavor of the meat gets excited, basically, and it excites and just magnifies just the taste of the meat. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to eat. Love you guys. Holy crap. Try this. Woo! I'm done. Maybe all day. Till next video.